Hello and welcome everybody to episode 1 of Summa Sales School. Today we have the one and only D2D sales drip, Ben Menchaca. This is my boy. Ben, how are you doing today, my friend?
Man, super fired up, fantastic, loving life, ready to get this new year in motion, man.
Man, hey, I got a question for you. Why you always got that good energy? How you do that?
Here's the thing, to attract, right? To attract. See, my mentor, dude, all this that comes from being mentored, right? So that's the first tip today. If you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. If you can't afford one, pick up your phone, go to YouTube, wisdom of the world available at your fingertips, get a mentor. That's number one. That being said, my mentor said, if you want to attract, become attractive, right? So what was attractive to me when I was learning from top producers on stage, making 6 figures a month, $1 million a month, which was unfathomable to my mind at the time, was that they were attractive, they were positive, they were smiling, they had high energy. Most of the world is in negativity, distractions, by design, by the way, but that's for another show. But I just learned if it could attract me and take me out of my funk, my hazy vision, then it's powerful. I learned from that. You want to be high energy because people don't see that every day. It's easy to get people's attention. And you and I both know
exactly
attention is our business.
Yes, sir. People don't like tired people. People don't like tired people. They like that person that's bringing the energy, the positivity, right? And, the lesson 1 that Ben is teaching right here, he said, get a mentor, right? And if you can't afford one, that's okay. You know what else people who have done it before, successful people they like hustlers, right? So if they see a little hustle in you, they're going to be more likely to try to give back and support you as well. Wouldn't you agree with that, Ben?
I would agree. And I'll even take it a step further. If you don't have a mentor, find someone who has your solutions, not the same problems. And here's a big tip. Top producers, high impact people, successful people, they love to eat. If you offer to take them to dinner, that amount of time you spent with them is worth the price of the dinner and more. So that's a quick tip. Take someone out, offer them to dinner, offer them to coffee. People love people who like to learn because we're learners, right? And if you show right away, you're above like in the 90 percentile when you're actually seeking out knowledge, seeking to grow, seeking to improve yourself. That's attractive from mentors.
Hey, I completely agree with that. And this is a great start because it really is about mindset, putting yourself in a position to be successful, surrounding yourself with people who are achieving what you want to achieve, right? And so, we'll be talking about sales tips, but some of it, is really just, mindset, right? And how you look at things and perspective, right? And the energy that you bring to the table day in and day out consistently, right? Consistency is another big one, right? Being consistent, right? Every day coming with that energy. You know what I mean? So Ben, let's dive in here though into your story real quick, right? Now, why did you get into the D2D sales game for those who might not know?
So here's the thing. If you watch my story, you can watch it. Dimitri Lipinski, shout out Dimitri Lipinski, Roofing Insights. Go over there, get the whole story. I'm going to do the quick Dun and Bradstreet real quick, right? So here's the thing. I was not happy where I was in life. I'm older. I'm in my 40s. At the time, I was in my late 30s, but I was not happy. And so instead of talking about it, I had my day of disgust, and I couldn't afford my rent. And so I'm like, dude, why is this keeping occurring? I seen this strange pattern year after year after year. I'm like, dude, I know how this story ends. So I got into this. It was my friend Cam Harris had been in my ear for like 6-7 months. Hey, dude, you could do this. Come check it out. And there's people making a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And finally, they showed me a check of this guy that I knew. He made $20,000 in 1 week. And I'm like, well, if that young guy can do it, I can do it. 1 week, $20,000 in commission. I've never seen that amount of money in my life all at one one slice, right? And it was legal, right? So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
so they invited me down to jump into the storm restoration industry. So basically, here's the thing: I got in through desperation, but desperation is a great motivator until you find the inspiration and the why and the forward thinking about it. But desperation got me to it. I was behind on life, too much month at the end of the money. I was just like playing, like just working for beer money, bro, getting nowhere in
Yep.
life. And
Yep.
we as creators, we deep down, I believe, I don't know if this is true, I believe each and every one of us is a God-given talent, and when we're not using it, I think we could feel it, right? And we know we're not being our best version of ourselves, we know we're not living up to our potential. So that pushing me, not having money or just enough, right, just enough money to just keep surviving year after year, is just, it was like draining. And like Walt Whitman or whoever
Oh,
said that, we all live quiet lives of desperation. I felt that so strongly, bro.
oh,
And
I
I
bet.
felt it through the years. But for some reason, that day of disgust, when I couldn't afford my $600 rent, the light went off and said, you know what? Over,
Yes.
under, through, I'm changing my life today, man. I don't know if this is going to be
Yep.
the thing that takes me. I don't know, but I'm going to jump and the net's going to appear.
Man, there's always a breaking point, right? So for me, before starting my company, I just hated my job so much before, man. And I was dragging ass getting to work every day, and I just wanted to change. For me, it was always been about doing something that you really enjoy, right? That you really enjoy doing day in and day out, because if you enjoy it, you can bring that energy, right? That we've been talking about. That's so important to bring into every single interaction you're having with people.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I didn't always have this energy and all this joy and positivity.
Yeah.
I wake up today, Nick, and my bills are paid. I don't have to worry about my phone bill, my rent. It just, like and I live in a very nice place. I'm so grateful
How
for
good
this
does that feel
opportunity.
to mindset too, right? I mean, how
Dude,
good does
it's
that feel
just,
for your mind?
dude, most people in life, we're just working to pay our bills, to stay
Exactly.
above water. And when you have an opportunity to make adult income and where it takes care of your bills, and now you're able to invest or go to invest in yourself or buy a house or all the things that you've been behind on life on. And, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, you don't have to live this kind of life, but it's just nice to not have to work for bills and beer money,
Exactly.
you
Exactly, man.
know?
It's a different lifestyle, and it's just a stress that's off your back when you're not worried about those things anymore.
No, and the thing is, like, no one's showing these stories on the media. No one's showing, like, we're in inflation and depression and all that. Dude, I've known people, in our circle, they're having the
Yeah.
best years of their lives. They're compounding their finances and their revenue, and life is good in our sales arena here. And I'm just grateful every day. And like, I know money isn't everything, but like Zig Ziglar said, man, it ranks out there with oxygen, man. We live
Yeah.
on an economic planet, bro. We need income, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. And when you don't have that stress about money, man, you just feel you're playing a little more free, right?
Well, then the
You're
creativity flows. The
Yeah,
creativity
exactly.
flows. The
Yeah.
imagination opens up. The possibilities are endless. Like right now, like just in the past 3.5 years, my fourth year in the business, from where I started, just knocking a door, getting people's attention, creating an offer, to where I am now. I'm here on Sales School, bro. Like I didn't intend that
Mhm.
for that to happen.
Man,
There's
and you've
all
been
this.
all over the place, man. Think about how the impact that it's had, right? And think about the growth you've had this year too.
It just
Unbelievable.
exponential growth when you get money out of the way. Let's show people how to get money out of
Mhm.
the way and to live life the way on their terms.
Yep. Amen. Amen. It's gonna be a great conversation, Ben. Now, okay, so were you good right away then, or what? Did you have like that silky skill set right away in that charm, or
No,
what?
man. No. Here's no. Here's the thing. I always was a communicator, conversationalist. I love to talk to people, and I'm from
Yeah.
Chicago. Anyone from Chicago, is always good at talking with people. We had to kind of grow up
Yeah.
early over there. Life we had reality hits early. So no, I wasn't good, and in fact, I was in a different trade. I was in the sheet metal trade, blue collar, working
Yeah.
with my hands, my back, my limited mathematical brain. So like I went from that into sales, and I had sales experience by listening to Audible books and doing network marketing, but no real world job experience.
Yeah.
And so, no, I sucked. And I'll give you two quick examples for your guys in school here is that I would say the randomest things because I said what I needed to until I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Right. I did anything I could to get a result because my first company, they offers $100 to get the sales rep, the guy inspecting the roof on the roof. So I was a
Yeah.
canvasser. I was just knocking doors, trying to get people on the roof. I wasn't even the salesman. So you got to get pretty creative. So I would say stuff like, well, my friend, hey, listen, I just got hired. My boss is behind me. He's kind of watching me. I'd like to make a great impression. I get paid $50 to hop on the roof. You might help a brother out.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
You
I
know?
love it. Hey, well, how can you separate yourself, right? You know, when you might not have the skill sets that you're going to have one day, right? In the very beginning, how to get same thing. I used to sell pre-owned vehicles, right? When I was like 17, 8 years old in the summers, man. You know, and it was the same thing. All these guys knew so much more about cars. They were selling for longer than me. But hey, I had the energy, right? And I brought the charm, you know what I mean? And I out hustled them, right? And I was able to separate myself against them. But
I learned a valuable lesson. Yeah, I learned a valuable lesson. I did a 90-day run. And so 90 days, I compressed time frames. Both the first month, I knocked 850 doors with no experience. And I learned what worked, what didn't work. But most importantly, this thing that I still do today, like you just mentioned, Nick, getting people's attention, being creative, standing out between whatever everyone else is doing. It's very simple. Just be different, be you, be creative, and come with that high energy. And most people will give you the benefit of the doubt if you have great positive energy and they can tell that you're new.
Yeah, 100%. And just giving that customer kind of a unique experience, right? So something, you know, just completely blowing them away by the way you treat them and everything like that and all the interactions that you have with them, right? Why not?
Absolutely.
That's gonna make a difference.
It does.
Okay, did you get training then in the beginning, or like, you know, how was that process when you were just getting going?
So I tried here's the thing, here's how basically it starts. And, you know, we've been in different kinds of jobs and where we had a handbook, an employee handbook, a manual, a mission statement, and all that at a regular job. Well, in the roofing industry, there's no training.
There's no training at all. No.
It's here's a hat, here's a shirt, here's grab a couple contingencies. It's the law of averages. Good luck. So that's how I entered into this industry. But I did try to seek out help with the other top producers that were on my team or in the company. But as you know, a lot of people aren't very forthcoming with their knowledge and their data. So I try to shadow some people for a while, that as long as they would let me, and then they'd be like, hey man, go do your own thing. Everyone was always in competition with each other. No one liked to share the data. I would not say I didn't get any training, but did I get formal training? No. I had to learn it the hard way, just by trial by fire.
And I mean, what else? I mean, didn't you looked at other resources in the space too, right? I mean, weren't you kind of hopping online, consuming content, continuing your own development?
Great point.
Pretty much, right?
So I learned, there's a great, YouTube, like anything you want to know, go on YouTube, right? So
YouTube University.
YouTube University, Drive Time University. Put the audio on, audio when you're driving, right? I listened to Becca Switzer when I first got it. Someone's like, Becca Switzer, that's all I kept hearing. I'm like, so I put on Becca Switzer. Well, that young lady has just a great library of free content on YouTube. And you know what was great about that is, like, maybe I didn't learn it right away because, you know, learning takes time. But what I did get from that was the confidence to go out there and say, hey, well, this young lady can do it, and she's sharing her wisdom with me. It gave me more confidence going out there on my own.
So I know you also were online a lot, right? Looking at content, looking at resources and information that was out there, correct?
Correct. And one of the best resources I found was, everyone kept telling me Becca Switzer, Roof Sales Mastery. And that young lady has a large catalog of roofing specific content that I gravitated towards. And that really helped me out, not only with just the skill set, but the confidence, right? The more you know, the more confident you feel. A lot of people that I train, the people that don't do so well or quit, is that they want to know everything about the subject before they take action.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was great about Becca Switzer's content is that she had all this content available, but it really gave me more confidence to do something I wasn't familiar with because she had put it already out there. It's as if she was putting all this content out there for people just like me, new people, to come and absorb and to keep you in the game, right?
One thing that I like about you, man, is, like we've been talking about, is your energy, your confidence, and stuff like that. You've made a big shift when you came into the D2D space in terms of your mindset, and you've achieved a lot, right? You've had some really cool success. Pretty quickly, man. I've been in the roofing space for about 4.5 years. And all of a sudden I started to see your name over and over and over again, right? I'm like, who is this dude, right? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
What's something that you're proud of, man, that you've accomplished since you started getting going?
Well, since you asked, I wrote down this year, like, I don't know if you could see it, but I wrote down, literally, I stopped writing at 17 blessings. And I wrote down, like, I was the first to sell my first F-Wave shingle ever in Minnesota, or for my company. I was the first, like, to have a documentary last year. I was on 13 podcasts. I took over probably close to 30 flights last year. I introduced a door-to-door merchandise, D2D drip for merch for D2D door-to-door people. I trained and recruited a bunch of people this year and last year. I've been recruiting and training like amateurly or whatever, but I hosted my own show on Roofing Insights. I just did a lot of training. This was my first year. Last year I did 3 consultations for big roofing companies. I was a coach on roofing school with Dimitri. Like, I just did a lot of, it's just nice because I accomplished a lot of training and I did door to door. I took it seriously and people noticed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a $1 million producer, my first year with no experience. And I did that, and I've just done a lot of sales. I'm not the best salesman, but I'm telling you, like, there's something that just, I put in so much time in, I don't know how many states, different zip codes, different cul-de-sacs, and I just know people. I know the door-to-door space. I know what works. I know what doesn't work, and it seems to be not exclusive to to the east. It's door experience this year was just people recognizing, really coming out, my coming out party, right? Like, people just know that this is I was on stage with people who have been in this industry 12, 15 years as an expert. It's just crazy. It's amazing. And it's just, I'm very grateful for that people saw that how much energy and time and effort I put into door to door.
Yeah. And, I think that the biggest takeaway that I had was, you started, when I started listing out accomplishments, is you said, hey, I listed 12 to 13 blessings, right? Blessings, right? You're not even looking at it as your own accomplishments or anything like that. So this is things that I was blessed with, and you have extreme gratitude, right? And so when you have extreme gratitude for your success, it's just a great aura, right? And usually more good things come your way when you're really, really grateful for and fulfilled for what you've done. So keep going, man. You've been crushing it. Now, I gotta ask you. So, what advice do you have for people who are just developing their D2D sales skills?
I would say the first thing you have to do is make a decision. All right, no matter if it's door to door, if it's computer science, if it's healthcare, wherever you go into. But for this specific space, for door to door people, I would just say mindset, get your mind right, make a decision. I will until.
Mm-hmm.
I will until. What is the until? Is till I make 20 grand, till I make 6 figures, till I'm $1 million producer, till I can pay my rent without worrying about it. Whatever the until is, have that in your mind, but make a promise, make a decision that I'm going to do this until I do this.
Let's go.
Make a commitment, man. So many people have loose commitments nowadays and they try everything, but I'm telling you, if you just make a decision, nothing is more powerful than a decision. Make a decision. I'm going to be the best door knocker salesman that's going to be in this company. I promise myself by the end of the year, I'm going to be at the top of the leaderboard. Make that promise, make a commitment, add a time length to it. I'm going to be the top producer in 1 year, and then just be comfortable with the process. Get uncomfortable, create that. Just know, hey, I know I'm going to have to knock out a lot of doors. That's just part of the process. Ben Menchaca told me I have to knock $20,000 doors this summer. I will commit to knocking 20,000 doors. I will knock 138 doors a day for 6 months, 7 months of the year, and then we'll see where the cards will fall.
What's your commitment? What were your commitments, man? Would you be like, hey, I'm gonna knock this many doors, or you're like, I'm gonna get this many deals? What was that commitment? You said I will until.
My commitment was, once I got into this, well, first of all, I needed to make money, bro. Like I just was like all about the money. Now the money's a great motivator, but you can't. You hit certain levels, and now it's not about the money, right?
Right.
Like I said, let's get money out of the way. But when I first did it, I wanted to get 5 deals a day. And
5 deals a day.
I was crazy, dude. Like, that's hard. It's like,
that's not easy.
It's not easy.
You can't selling 5 of anything in a day is not easy.
That was my commitment. I will sell 5 at 1.
Dude, I love that, man. That's too good. Five is quite a bit, right? So basically set a commitment and stick to it, right? Have some kind of substantial target that you're looking at and you're committing at. That's kind of like your why of why you're getting up every single morning, right? Because some days are going to be harder than others. And if you don't have these targets or these commitments that you're making to yourself, you're just you're floating around. A lot of floating around, and there's no destination to try to hit, right? So you're not going to hit anything. You're not going to progress the way you want to progress. Now, all right, what about habits, right? So, what habits should someone have if they want to be successful in the industry? With outside sales and with D2D sales and stuff like that, you're kind of making your own schedule in a way, right? It's almost like you're having your own business. So you have to have the right habits. Now, what habits should these people be having?
So I'm writing a book, How to Dominate Your Space in 90 Days. It's like a graduate school kind of
nice.
way to dominate your space. It's not for everyone. I'll put that caveat out there, but I had great mentors who were high achievers, bro. So that's where I came from. So I did a 90-day run. That has been my whole claim to fame that I haven't really put out there, but that's how I got to where I'm at. But if the habits you're asking about, I read every morning or listen to YouTube motivational, whatever, 15 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
I do my workout, whether that be walking. I'm not a runner. I just walk a lot, or I do treadmill. Like, I just do that, some kind of physical activity. So I'm getting my endorphins up. I'm getting my energy to rise, getting it ready to, just because we put out energy. We're energetic beings, right? So then I do that. Then the night before, though, I'll pick out an area where I'll pick out 3 areas where I'm dedicated to go. I'll go here Monday through Wednesday, Thursday through Saturday, or whatever. I'll just have like different areas, and I will commit to going there every day. Like it's my job. That's one top secret you'll hear from a lot of people. You don't move neighborhoods. You stick and stay until you get your pay, dude. Like, money requires attention. They need to see the flag. They need to see the gorilla flag every day, bro.
Yes, sir.
They see the gorilla flag every day. Then they're going to get comfortable with you. Then the walls come down. Oh, the guy's in our neighborhood. It becomes familiar to people. So going to an area every day, getting my exercise, my personal development in, and just treating it like a job. Because if you don't treat it like a job, you're going to have to go back to your job.
Oh, yeah. So hey, I gotta touch on this because I remember that we spoke about this before. I know it's something that you don't talk about a whole ton, but that 90-day push, right? Or I think you call it a sprint, right? Is it kind of what you call it, a sprint of some sort?
I call it a 90-day run. Yeah.
90-day run. 90. So tell us about what does that all entail? Why does it mean? What does that mean? Why has it been so important to you?
Um, I actually it's being printed right now. I gotta give the guy some money, but like, here's the thing. I do a 90-day run. It's number one's mindset. Number two is exercise. Number three is the daily door-to-door goal. Number four is the activity. Number five is the momentum. And number six is the results.
Yes.
So that's the breakdown of it. But basically, here's the thing. 15 pages of good video or 10 pages of good book every day. Exercise, create energy, increases endorphins, gets you that glow, that sales glow out there. And then when you sweat too, there's a glow that's about you out there, that when you're sweating, I don't know, it's like kind of like magical, dude. Like people pick up on that too. Daily goal, put in your calendar Monday through Saturday, 3 to 5 a day. Get reminders, post-it notes on your car religiously, just where it's all around your goals, or you have to see them every day. Momentum. Yep. Once you do that 90-day run, that creates so much opportunity for you to create referrals and network with other people. That momentum, if you do a 90-day run, theoretically, it's supposed to take you all the way through the end of the year without you having to knock a door again.
Sounds pretty good, results, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then your results. I've done them in May, June, and July, August, September, November. And I'll just give you these stats real quick. My personal stats. When I did this 90-day run and committed to it, and I really cut out the party and the drinking, the fraternizing. I just was like going to work. Like yesterday, I'm in a 90-day run for my health. I'm doing that right now. But like yesterday, I got up at 3 a.m. I caught a flight, and then I got over here to South Carolina like at noon. Then I went out door knocking, got on a commercial. I got 3 more leads for Monday. I got 1 lead for today. And then I went to the gym after all this day and then worked out. And I was supposed to be on a webinar yesterday or Zoom, but I was too tired. Like I was just dead. That's the way you want to feel during a 90-day run. Just leaving it all on the field for a short amount of time. It's 3 months, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of 12
and that 3 months can have such an impact, man. When you really just turn it up a notch and you're very, very, very intentional. 3 months, man. 3 months can change your life.
So 3 months could change your bank account, your zip code, everything, dude. So here's the thing. Yeah. When I did it, I did May, June, and July. I did $500,000 in sales. $500,000 in sales. Okay, $500,000 in sales in 90 days. I did it again in August, September, and October. Boom, $500,000. I think it was 600,000 in sales. Right. Fast forward to last year. I was in Colorado working a storm. I didn't want to leave. They pulled me out of there, and I came back. And in a month, like I did August, September, really August and September, I did 700,000 in sales. So 350 a month, dude. That's like, it just keeps going. But I know what it takes. I've seen the result. It's like baking a cake, bro. You got the recipe. You can't unknow what you know.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of discipline, dude. And as you can see by my body, I'm not a disciplined person like you.
Hey, I've been seeing you in the gym, man. I've been seeing you in the gym lately.
I'm trying to get there, but thank God, man, for personal development and developing the mind, dude. The mind, if it's you got to get it up here before it'll play out in the universe.
Yeah,
and play 100%. Out into activity. The mindset to activity to results.
100%.
But that's what yeah.
Always trying to get better, right? Just a commitment to continued progression, right? And continue to be open-minded the better you get. I think some people, once they start to get a level of skill set, maybe they bring it down a notch and they don't work as the way they did in the past, right? So always keep pushing it, trying to take it to that next level, right?
It's hard, man, because like, let's say like, all right, so Ben Menchaca does door to door. He's doing well, and And now Ben Menchaca don't have to go knock doors really every day, you know?
So now I want to kind of flip the script here. So I know you said you do some recruiting stuff and everything like that. Now, when a salesperson is looking for the right roofing company to work for, a restoration company to work for, what should they be looking for? What are the things that be like, hey, I should be looking for this in a company because they'll make sure I'm successful.
Well, here's the thing. I did a documentary called Confessions of a Contractor, and what Cody Dorschel said in there was right. People come for the money, but they stay for the culture. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the comp plan, the culture, and the leadership that'd probably be the top three things just at the top of my head as you're asking me. Comp plan, culture, and leadership. And you want to see just do your due diligence, talk to some people who work with the company, and just kind of see where they're at. How was your experience with this company? Talk to the people who've actually been there. You could look online and do that, but whatever, people could say whatever online. I would just go talk to the leadership, do an interview, see how the facilities are, see how their production is. Do they have a system and process in place? That's very important, because a lot of people don't in roofing. They just kind of wing it,
Mm-hmm. So, this is the last thing that I want to hit you up with. This is one of my favorites, right? Get out and knock, right? Get out and knock, man.
Yeah.
What? Get out and knock, right?
Dude,
That's what it's all about.
I just want to show your guys, like, seriously, I believe in this so much. Like, I have one that says get out and knock, but basically, like, do the activity, man. Like,
do the activity. Yes,
do
sir.
the activity and don't get attached to results. Like,
yes,
dude, just get out there. You're not going to know. Here's the thing. If you don't get attached to the results and you just do the activity, there is a thing called the law of averages. And I don't know how to explain it, man, but once you get enough touches out there, something's going to pop in you. You're going to get it. The light's going to go off. And, when you're knocking doors, some people might like your face. They might like Nick's face, Randy's, anybody else's, but you got to get out there, put it out there, and magic will happen, dude. If you do the activity, don't get attached to the results, you're going to have an awakening in you that doesn't die. You're going to light that fire because, man, you have something of value to offer. They just don't know about it.
Yes.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And that's another thing is like, dude, I tell people when I train people, if you're afraid or you're losing motivation, you don't, man. Like, we increase home for the price of the deductible, dude. It's an incredible offer if you look at it. Where else on this planet? I did the Kodak Black close the other day. Like, I was telling this lady, I go, listen, when's the closest time to now you're going to have $40,000 in remodeling money that you're going to spend out of your pocket? When is that going to hurt her this year? Oh, it's not. I go, yeah, you're paying $1,000 for $40,000 of remodeling. It's not even a hard sell. Like, quit playing with me. Sign right here. Like,
Let's not play this game. Let's be honest,
dude.
This is a no-brainer,
dude. Where else can you have a $20,000 roof that you can get for $500 or $1,000 or a vacuum or solar or alarms? There's nowhere, dude. Nowhere.
No way.
Like, it's not it's not even a hard sell. What you want to do is get out there and just, like I said, dude, you want to be a professional, create assertive brand in front of them that they're going to see that day, and set yourself apart because the offer is out of this world. You just got to do the activity.
Amen to that, man. Well, hey, Ben, it's been such a pleasure having you on. Now, let's say that someone wants to get a hold of you because they're like, hey, I need this dude's help. What's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, so you can DM me through Facebook, Instagram. I have a D2D sales drip clothing line. You can get a hold of me, but basically you can just DM me. I'm very approachable. What is it? D2D salesdrip.com. You get a hold of me.
Yes,
Ben
sir.
P. Menchaca at gmail.com. Just get a hold of me. I'll send you a Calendly link. We could get you dialed in per hour. I got an hourly rate, or if you want me to do a fly-in and go for 3 days and really get on the blocks with your people, just get a hold of me. We can line you up and get you dialed in. I go out there. I do 2 days of training on the classroom, and then 1 day we're out there banging doors.
Just fly the dude in. Let him go bring in the team. And he's knocking doors with the squad, man. Just hit him up, fly him in. You'll be glad he did. Ben, thanks so much for joining me, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, Nick, always a pleasure, man. Thank you to Summa Media. And you're doing a wonderful job, bro. I love your energy as well. And you're been very gracious and kind to me. And so I appreciate that, bro. You've been like #1 ever since I got in behind my back. And I always wear the Summa Media hat all the time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Hey, get out there and knock. If you need help, just
get out and knock.